beautiful people. What's on my mind today? Well, first of all, I've been watching a lot of Dairy Girls, so I can't stop talking like this. And let me know down below if you think my accent is pretty good. I think it's alright. Maybe a 6 out of 10. Anyways, sorry if that was annoying, but I had to do that. Dairy Girls is an amazing show. It's a good comfort show. It's my new comfort show. Okay, so I've been thinking about how rejection is actually, okay, not getting rejected, but rejecting actually can be just as fun as entertaining a man who disappoints you. So, like, I am only doing this with guys who obviously gave me a reason to reject them. Like, basically last weekend, okay, there was this guy that I met in real life, and I had seen, well, okay, basically he saw me at this one party that I went to with my friends, and then the next party that I went to with my friends, he was there, and then he told his friend that he was into me, and then he started talking to me, and I was actually on a date at the time, and he was like saying to this guy, or he was saying to me about the guy that I was on the date with. He was like, you know, I'm more attractive than him, like, did he even take you out to dinner? And I was like, yeah, he did. Like, what? It was odd in a way that he was very cocky, but I found him to be entertaining. So, you know, I said, like, you can hit me up on Instagram, whatever. He hits me up on Instagram. We start talking, like, not even immediately. I waited, like, 2 weeks to respond. Because I kind of wanted to humble him a little bit, because I was like, you're way too cocky, right? And then there was a couple times where, so we started talking, and there was a couple times where we were gonna hang out, and, like, we were supposed to go on a date. And then the first time he ended up, like, not responding to me all day of the day that we were supposed to hang out. And then, like, late in the evening was like, sorry, like, work got crazy. Like, I'm gonna be working till 9 p.m. now. But if you're down, like, I can pull up with some wine after. And I was like, let's just reschedule. You know what I mean? And in my head, I'm kind of, like, over that. Because when people do that, I don't take them serious anymore. Right? And then so he was like, okay, fine. And then he messaged me like last Sunday, I think. And I was already out at this like music event thing. And he was like, hey, like I'm downtown. If you want to do something. Actually, no, it was Saturday. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, you know, I'm going to be leaving here at whatever time. And he was like, okay, cool, like, I'm just in a couple cities over. He also doesn't live downtown, which I already, like, I live downtown and I prefer to be seeing somebody who lives downtown because it's just more convenient. And so he was saying, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna come over to downtown, like, in a little bit, whatever. So I'm thinking that a plan is set and we're gonna go get drinks, food, whatever, after I'm done at this birthday party. And time rolls around, it's getting late and it's time to go, and I'm texting him. Again, nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And then, you know when it's like late and you need things to happen immediately or you're going home? It was that time. And so he didn't answer, so then me and my friend decided to split an Uber home instead. Because I'm not waiting around for somebody that I already wasn't even that keen about. And then he finally texted me, and it was like after midnight. It was like 12:50 or something. And he hadn't texted me in like 30, 40 minutes, which is a lot of time when you're like ready to leave. And then he was like, oh, I didn't realize there was a time limit. And for me, that's disrespectful. So I had to humble him a little bit. And I said, what about me gives that there's not a time limit? Like, I literally said over text, which I had told him before, because he was being super cocky over text the first time. I really hate that. Like, it's really unattractive as a man when you're, like, gloating and being like, oh, yeah, I could tell you were feeling me. Like, I bet you would have left the bar with me instead of your date. No, I wouldn't have, because I didn't. Do you know what I mean? And he was also saying, oh, I know you wanted to come talk to me the first time you saw me. And I was like, no, I didn't, because if I did, I would have. Because that's who I am. Like, I will go talk to someone or, like, just, I don't know, try to meet them or something if I'm really into them. And I vividly remember, like, because he was probably the only black guy, like, in the entire place when we went, or one of them anyway. And so, obviously, I'm looking because obviously, I'm, like, that's, like, a given. I am always gonna be checking out fellow people of color because that's what I'm attracted to. But I assessed him and I assessed that it wasn't worth my energy. So, like, I don't know where he got all this cockiness from, right? So anyways, over text, and I was like, bro, what about me gives that you had endless time? Like, I told you, you're too cocky. You already bailed and he had apologized for bailing the first time. That's why I even gave him the second chance. He was like, I'm sorry, I don't want you to think. Out of nowhere, unprompted. I didn't say anything, right? He on his own was like apologizing for flaking on me the other day. And he came again with the, well, okay, like, you know, do you like white wine? I can pull up. And I was like, what about me gives pull up also? And I was just like, no, I'm not into this. Like, you are too cocky and you're very presumptuous. Oh, and he said, I'm a Jamaican. You know that we run behind. That's, again, one of my pet peeves. As somebody who's dated, my longest relationship was with a Jamaican. Like, he was raised in Canada, but his parents were Jamaican. I've dated a bunch of Jamaican guys and a bunch of Nigerian guys and a bunch of African guys because I live in Canada. So my pet peeve is when guys are like, oh, have you've never dealt with a Jamaican before? Or have you ever dated a Nigerian? Yes, we're in Toronto. What do you stop being like, well, you know, I'm Jamaican, so you have to give me a pass. What is it, like, why are you making that, why are you, everything about that I hate so much. Everything about, because it's the presumption that, like, oh, I've never dealt with a Jamaican before, so I don't know how to handle your, like, lateness and blah, blah, blah. Like, as somebody who has lived in Toronto and LA, I just get so annoyed. Like, do you know what I mean? I can't even really articulate why it pisses me off. But it's just like, bro, shut up. Like, just do what you say you're gonna do. Don't blame it on being Jamaican as if, like, you're the only Jamaican in Toronto. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've dated so many Jamaican guys and they don't, like, make that a reason why they're not late necessarily, and they don't make that a reason why they're late. And I hate, like, the whole, oh, have you ever, like, I hate that. I hate all of that. Like, as soon as he said that, I was off that, and then I was basically said he, you know, obviously I have to teach tomorrow, and in general, like, you can't just take forever and think that I'm still gonna be there. Like, especially, we've never hung out. Like, I don't really know you. And you're just making this assumption that I'm just gonna be there. And then he said, chill, LOL. And I said, yeah, big dog, people don't tell me to chill, LOL. Get home safe. Like, I was so cool on that, you know what I mean? He texted me yesterday at 5:20 p.m. Hey, I'm sorry about last weekend. Didn't mean for it to go like that. I'm still new at this thing called being single. Sad looking down face. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a single flying rat. I don't care. I'm so tired of the apologies from people who don't know how to be respectful, efficient, communicative. Like, I'm so over. I don't care, bro. Like, just leave me alone. And then I didn't answer that. And then maybe an hour or two later, he texted me, I'm saying this because I'm downtown tonight. I'm not in this era. I no longer am in this era of entertaining the bullshit. Like, I simply can't do it anymore. I think I'm getting too old, or like I'm 26, or like my prefrontal cortex like is developed now or something. And like, I don't even remember, he doesn't have pictures on Instagram really, and I don't even like remember his face now. And I'm just like, you are banking a lot on like you having any sort of relevance in my life or arena of the periphery of my mind. Like, it's just like, you think you made that crazy of an impression that I'm gonna stick around for you to bubble fuck 3 times when I don't even remember you looking that cute, and I feel like you had like a Raptors champion shirt on at the bar, which is like, and it like just running shoes, and like it was fine, but it wasn't like you had swag at all. It wasn't like you had style at all. I think he was a little cheeky in a way that was maybe a little entertaining, but generally to me, often a red flag. So it's like, what riz are you relying on that you think I am this easy, bro? Oh my God, it's so annoying. It's disrespectful. So I'm no longer entertaining that, and I found that rejection feels just as good. And there was another person that I had accidentally reconnected with yesterday, and he ends up calling me a million times, and I rejected all the calls, and then he texted me literally like 8 times saying, stop being petty, let's at least have a conversation. And when I say reconnected, I mean he started messaging me again. I digress. I'm standing on business. Standing on business. Standing on business. Standing on business. And it's funny because there was also somebody that I used to, we went on like 2 dates, this is a different person, okay? Different stories. We went on a couple dates like a year ago, literally a year ago. And then I went to this music thing with my friends last weekend, and I know we like passed by each other, but neither of us like really made eye contact or like, and he was on a date, I think. I mean, I don't know actually. And I knew that I had like been out with him, but I really forgot to what capacity, or like, you know, I was very, I be dating, okay? I forget people. Which is why when people are like, oh, like we matched, or like even, you know, I had a friend say that her boyfriend said that we matched, and then he messaged me twice and then got embarrassed that he accidentally messaged twice and then unmatched. And I was like, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember anything about that at all. So when people form these like weird, it's literally like a parasocial like connection in their brain with you, because like sometimes, I guess, I don't know, guys like don't get as many matches or something, so they think it's a big deal when you like match and talk, or match at all and then don't talk, and they're like, oh, we have this like meta like beef or history. I'm like, I literally don't remember you at all. It's literally that Kiki Palmer meme that she's like, I don't know who this man is. That's me when this happens so much that I'm like, okay, let me not say so much. This maybe happened like twice in the past like year or so. And there was this one time I was at my friend's art show, and I was with a girl that I was dating, and this wasn't even the point of the story, but the girl that I used to date, who pops up in my life everywhere. I saw her literally 2 weekends ago. Everywhere, okay? Women in Toronto, the scene is so small, you're gonna see them everywhere. Anyways, I was at my friend's art show. We had, me and this girl I was dating both knew this. She actually knows him and his girlfriend a lot better than I do, but I knew him and I went to his art show. And he was telling me, and this other girl that I was dating showed up randomly. I didn't talk to her. I was avoiding her at all costs. But then the guy whose art show it was told me that his friend, who was totally looking at me weird, like looking at me like we had beef or like he knew me, and I had no idea who this guy was. Like I could not pick him out of a lineup still to this day, seriously. Seriously. And the guy whose show it was, art show it was, goes, oh, that's my best friend. He said that you guys have like history and that you unmatched him because he didn't make time for you when he was in school or something. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking? I'm looking at this man and I'm like, I don't know who this man is. He's not my type. He's short. He has like the Q-tip head, which if you know me, you know I'm anti-Q-tip head. I think when a man has a Q-tip head, that's a sign of I just don't find it attractive, and it reminds me of Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate. Okay? I love a massive head with a good sized neck, not a tiny thin. I hate thin necks, thin heads, thin wrists, small finger. Like, I hate all that. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. And the one thing I will say about the guy who I was just telling you about, who said, hey, I'm in Toronto, and apologized, he had a big head. Metaphorically and literally, okay? And a good... Sorry. Is that weird? Like, oh my God, there's nothing worse than a small, I'm sorry, because, and that's when hat fishing, they kill you with the hat fishing, bro. A man's head is so much smaller when he takes off his hat sometimes, and you're like, oh, that's why you always wear a hat. And then you're like, wait, oh no, put it back on. Oh my God, this happened to me recently. And they could have big shoulders too and be tall. Like they could be 6'2" with like a good build. And they just have this like little wee neck, and then they have to wear a hat all the time, and they look good with the hat, but then they take it off and then they try to like, stop it. Woo. Okay, sorry, but do you know what I'm saying? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was saying that guy was not my type. When I looked at him, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe, I guess we did go back and forth on an app talking for like two messages. And then I unmatched him because I realized like I wasn't actually attracted to him. And the problem with men is that whenever you unmatch them, the last thing they said, they assume, oh, she freaked out, she's crazy, blah, blah, blah. She unmatched me for a stupid reason. No, this happened again, there was a time that this happened a year and a half ago too, which I think I might have talked about a little bit on here, of a guy at a party, and my friend was talking about me, and he was like, him and his friend were both like, oh, we know her, like, we matched with her, and then she unmatched me because I said something about Taylor Swift. And that man was 5'8" and my ex's friend. So no, you just don't know the context of why you're already on thin ice, and then when you crack the ice and fall through, that's not the reason. The reason was I already, like, dating apps can sometimes just be a game and you're just seeing what people are gonna say. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean I was interested in you until you said that thing. No, I was already like, I was already just fucking around. And then you said something that I thought was kind of lame, so I unmatched because I wasn't having fun anymore. And then they decide that that's the reason that you hate them. And it's like, I literally couldn't pick you out of a lineup, buddy. Anyways, I had to tell my friend whose art show it was, I was like, I'm sorry, I literally don't remember your friend, and it wasn't a big deal. And if you never like even meet someone or like even text them or talk to them on the phone or even follow them on Instagram from a dating app, then it didn't exist and you shouldn't mention it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, unless you're mentioning it to your friends, like, hey, I matched with him, hey, I matched with him, period, to your friends is fine. But generally, like, bringing that up as like, oh, she hates me because she unmatched me because she thought I was too busy with school after 2 messages on a dating app, you're being very presumptuous that I didn't swipe you accidentally, that I knew anything, that I wasn't inebriated. Like, all of these things are assumptions, wrong assumptions. So anyways, I digress. We're in our rejection era and like rejecting era and detachment era. And yeah, that guy that I walked by at the music thing a week ago, we are talking, and it's funny because he was like, oh, I just saw my previous messages. And I had deleted the thread on my phone. And I was like, oh, I deleted the thread. And he was like, haha, good, clean slate. Then I go to my laptop. It's on my laptop. It's on my laptop. A lot of this man talking to himself. Lots of it. Like 12 messages. Thick things of, if this is how you, him saying to me, wow, if this is how you communicate, then I guess we're not, blah, blah, blah. Because basically, I had brought up that he wasn't putting in very much effort into these dates because we went on 2 dates. And I now remember, after reading the text, we had gone to a comedy show. He lost his wallet, or he forgot his wallet. He was like, oh, can you get this one? Because I lost my wallet. And the girl heard that and she was like, shocked, I think. I saw it in the deepest of her pupils that she was like a little bit shocked and appalled, and she was like, oh, I got you guys. I'll just comp you guys. And like, that was for me. That was sisterhood. We went and saw the show, and then I remember I was in the bathroom after, or like in between or something, and she was like, hey, like, he was trying to make you pay? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And I just was like, no, I'll just get it because that's whack. I was like, right? Right? Anyway, so yeah, I think I had mentioned that he was bad at planning and like didn't want to plan anything. And I think I had planned the things that we had done. And he just felt very low effort. And I was saying that I wanted more effort. And then he was just making excuses. And like we were going back and forth a bit. And he was just being like, kind of like ignoring all of my points and not really caring about how I felt about it. And I literally said, I need to take space from this convo. And then he was talking to himself for the rest of the time and I never answered. So, yeah, I can see why he said, good, I'm glad that you cleared the chat. He was like, good, haha, with like the sweat, smiley face, like, ha, ha, like that. So, I don't know. I'm really not that interested, though. I'm really not that interested in anyone that I know right now. So, we'll see. But I'm enjoying my solitude more. I've been reading more. I have my Kindle. And I have my friends. And it's gonna be summer soon, so live, laugh, love. You bitches better be having fun with these long-form videos. Give me some love in the comments, please. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Live, laugh, love. Goodbye.